Welcome back. You're watching Markets at Noon on ET Now. Like we were flagging off earlier, the big headline, of course, is that, in a city like Mumbai now, non-essential shops as well can remain open 7 days a week. And, of course, not to mention, as we slowly start to unlock, malls as well and shopping complexes too will remain open. So let's bring on board Amitabh Taneja, the chairman of Shopping Centres Association of India. Mr. Taneja, thank you for joining us today on Markets at Noon. Let's start off first by, understanding that in this phase, when the first unlock kicked in till now, what were the footfalls like? And now that, of course, malls will be properly opening up, do you expect the footfalls to increase rapidly, or do you think that maybe shoppers would still want to stay safe, maybe stay a little away? What do you expect?
We've seen in other cities where the malls have opened for almost since 8th June, we've seen a gradual increase in footfall. I can say that the metro cities have picked up slowly, but tier 2, tier 3 towns have had a much better response. That's what our observation is. And I seriously believe that somewhere consumers will trickle in. You will not see a surge immediately when the malls open. The pandemic is still on, and I think people are shopping for what they need. And slowly, as the confidence builds, things will improve. We've seen a gradual increase every week on week in Delhi, Bangalore, and other major cities. And that's what is going to happen in Mumbai and Maharashtra. That's what our understanding is.
Okay. All right. What about, the possible safety precautions that, shopping complexes can ensure they take care of? And also, do you think that will further put pressure on costs of these, shop owners when already they've had so many months of lost sales?
Sure. So I can tell you that something very interesting has been created by the Shopping Centre Association. We've created a three-pronged strategy. One is called the screening process, then it's called the monitoring process, and then it's called the response system. So screening is basically that, as you know, shopping centers are controlled environments. So we are screening every consumer who's walking in. You have to have a mask. You have to get your temperature checked. That's what we do at the screening process. At the monitoring process, we are making sure that there are cameras around, there are marshals on every floor which are managing crowds, so there is no gathering, there are no big crowds gathering anywhere. We've created a very stringent set of SOPs where the 75 square feet per person is allowed. The response mechanism is the third tier process where we are actually creating a tie-up with hospitals nearby the shopping centers so that if there is any emergency, we can really get the ambulances on call. So three-tier process. And we've seen that across the country, wherever malls have opened, the process has really worked well for us, and it has built confidence amongst consumers. Yes, although consumers are only coming to shop what they want, but the confidence has built over the months, over the weeks, and we've seen a gradual increase in footfalls as consumers feel more and more safe and secure coming to shopping centers.
Right. Sir, I wanted to understand that, of course, it's not a normal environment that we are operating. It's not a normal operational environment also that, people would be opening up their shops, their malls and various other things. Do you expect that, this essential sort of a shopping, this shopping which is only happening for need-based sort of things, will continue for a while now? That itself can, lead to a lot of operating leverage impacting various, companies, various malls, various brands to take big calls on, countries like India?
Yes, sure. I think there is going to be a very serious impact on the overall consumer sentiment and shopping behavior. We are seeing that. There are a lot of categories which are doing amazingly well. Electronics, for that matter, has done amazingly well. There are stores, electronic stores, which have done 100% sales pre-COVID times. There are stores which have done 70% sales. Few categories have done well, but I also believe that life and livelihood both need to carry on, and I think as shopping centers and retailers build that confidence and start to really live with this pandemic and create systems and processes which give that confidence to the consumer, I think things will come back. We must not also forget there has been an overall impact to the overall economy. People have lost jobs, people have got reduced salaries. So I think it's going to take some time to really recover, which is I think the way forward, and I think all of us will have to live with it. All of us will have to restructure our models and carry on. That's what it is.
One more interesting thing that a lot of people are talking about is that a lot of people will not go abroad. A lot of shopping used to happen, when people went abroad, they went to various cities where, similar brands are available and things are happening in. Those shopping will continue, maybe at a lower rate, but a lot of people will tend to fulfill what they used to shop earlier. How big an opportunity is that?
So we've seen that in some of the premium luxury spaces, and that is, we call it revenge shopping, and there's a pent-up demand which has built up over the last 4 months. And I think that is a significant percentage, but I don't think that's going to impact the overall retail scenario. So overall retail is going to be impacted very seriously, and I believe it's going to take some time to recover. Yes, there is going to be that pent-up demand which is there, which will be a short-lived thing, but overall there is a very serious effect on retail businesses across the board, let me say that.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Taneja, for joining us today and, giving us a sense of how, shopkeepers will be coping with the new normal as, slowly malls as well start to open. Okay, well, moving on. Amazon Prime Day is